Welcome to Trybe Talks, the podcast for parents who are trying to do it all and stay sane in the process. I'm Princess Nyah, your host and founder of Trybe, your personal parenting assistant. Each week we dive into real conversations, parent hacks, and stories that remind you ain't doing this alone. Now let's get into it. Hey everyone, it's your girl Nyah, aka Princess Nyah, or sometimes people now call me Kizzy's mum, and I like to call myself the real housewife of Trybe, but we'll talk about that another day. So today I am joined by somebody that is so inspiring to me. I actually, you know what? Let me introduce him first, and then I'll tell you the backstory. But today I'm joined by the amazing Reece from Swag London. Make some noise. Yeah, if we had a studio audience, everyone would be going. Woo, 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 woo. So yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come speak to me today. It's really funny because when I met you, neither of us were parents.
Yeah.
So it is a real conversation.
Yeah.
Because
real journey.
It's a real journey and it's a real conversation and it's a real, it's progression in ways that I feel like only parents can relate to.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you become a parent, everything just changes.
Everything changes.
So before we get into it, just tell everybody who you are, what you do, so they just get a little bit of background.
Hi guys, my name's Reece Swag London. I'm an entrepreneur from South London, Croydon. The place that I get a passport from and all that. Yeah.
Where they do the tram.
Yeah.
Where they have the tram.
Yeah, tram life. I own a clothing brand called Swag London. It's an independent clothing brand. It's been running since 2009. In December, it'll be running 17 years in business. So, yeah.
It's amazing. 17 years.
Yeah, long time.
Honestly, that is just crazy. So as Reece said, he is a founder of Swag London, a clothing line. And I remember meeting you guys was you doing a photo shoot or something? What was happening?
I think they were doing a photo shoot on that side because I was doing more the sales end.
Okay, so there was like a photo shoot happening in where my office was. And I just remember someone coming in with these hats and I'm like, whose hats are those? Because back then, everybody was doing T-shirts. T-shirts were really easy to do and they were affordable to set up. Whereas with the embroidery on the hats, it was expensive, it was not easy. And to get good quality caps with good quality embroidery, it was a lengthy, pricey, sample period. So when I saw that, it really, really inspired me because I thought, wow, I've been doing apparel now. I think maybe I'd been doing it for about 6 years. And I still hadn't scratched the surfaces with embroidery because it was so expensive. So that was one of the big things that I was like, wow, what are you guys doing? And then I found out how old you guys were. And I'm like, what is going on? And it just gave me an extra bit of respect for young entrepreneurs, And I remember saying, guys, anything you guys need, I got you because, I just love everything that you guys are doing. Okay, cool. So talk to me a little bit about...
Fair, just before we get there, I actually got something for you today.
Oh my gosh, not gifts. Reece, not gifts.
I've got more gifts for you.
Oh
do you want to show the people?
Days, yes. Oh my God, well, let's do it. I've got gifts. Do you know, when you're a mum as well, the gifts are far and few between. Oh, look at that.
I've got your red hat.
Oh my gosh.
I know you love a red hat.
I do love a red hat. And I actually found a video on YouTube of me in the red.
Oh,
do you remember when I was trying to find the image and I couldn't find it? I actually found it. Hopefully I'll find it and put it in this video right now. Oh my God, but this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to put it on. Right, it is. Yeah. It's back to the beginning.
Then I thought obviously a white tee, can't go wrong with it. It's got a nice design on the back if you want to
open it out.
Yeah, go on.
Are these available down?
So I'm going to do a pop-up shop soon. So this will be available then, but for you get early, of course.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's so nice.
As you get older, you get this kind of thing where you have to protect your heart. So
oh my
it
gosh,
fits the narrative,
cute.
innit? So yeah, as you get older, you kind of relate your life to the designs you bring out.
Yeah, and also you kind of put your DNA in everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I suppose the more mature you get, the more you're thinking deeply about things that affect you. Okay, so talk to me. Thank you very much for that. I would hug you, but I don't want to.
No.
We ain't got a crew here. It's just me and Reece. I don't want to mash up the framing, so I'm not going to get over there. But So talk to me about one of the main differences doing your clothing line now that you are a dad, compared to when you didn't really have that responsibility. What's one of the main differences?
I think when you have a child, it's more like you have to plan a lot more vividly. So where I might get Scorcher's got a launch party I'll just get up and go.
Yeah.
When I have to think, when's Blue? When do I have him? How long do I have him for? If I do go there, can someone sit with him for 2 hours or so? Make sure I leave that party at a certain time and come back. You know, like before you go somewhere, you would just have unlimited time.
Yeah.
Like now you have to structure like, if you do have to bring the child there for a little piece, you know, they're going to be good for maybe half an hour.
45 minutes at the most. Yeah, do I need to bring the iPad?
Yeah.
Do I need the battery back?
When you start seeing the signs of twitching, you know, guys, I got to go. Yeah, because you want people to see your kid as a cute kid. You don't want to see them
as a terror.
Yeah. So then they start thinking, are you doing a good job as a parent? Like, do you know what I mean?
So how does that, how do you, so what you just said there's so many different things in just that one sentence that you said. And one of the things that jumped out to me is the overwhelming pressure on what other people think of your parenting. Like, how do you deal with that?
I think obviously you do the best you can because obviously not everyone sees what you go through on a general day-to-day basis. Yeah. But I think more events makes me think about it. I think general society going about your business, you just deal with it. If he's acting up, you just tell him off. But going to a public event, you then think about what other people are thinking about. I think that's just natural. Yeah,
I think it is. But I think some parents don't care. I've definitely been out in public and seen the child that's laying on the ground and the parent has stepped over them and said, well, stay there then, and gone about their business. They just don't business. And then you do have the other parents that you can see it in their eye, like, which is, you know, I think it's each to their own, innit? Everyone is completely different. I feel like for me, I forget that anybody's there. And I feel like a lot of people would probably think that my daughter's just like the perfect child. She just does no wrong. That's the highlight.
Yeah, of course.
Because all kids are learning, they're pushing boundaries, they're going to push back and they're going to try you. And they like to try you in public. And I feel like my version with Kizzy is that she actually doesn't try me in public, but she goes super quiet and won't communicate with me in public. And for me, I feel like that's worse. I'd rather you just throw yourself on the floor. But the not telling me what's wrong, like what's the matter? Like not speaking and just standing next to me. I really struggle with that one. I feel like it's an equal hard pill to swallow. It's you know, but I genuinely don't care what other people think. Like I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like you should care either. Your journey with your child is your journey. So whatever happens, like I remember one time she was really little, maybe about 3 or something, and she was acting up in home base. You know, in home base, you used to have all the Christmas decorations. When it comes to Christmas, loads. I don't know what she was doing, and she just wouldn't listen. And I gave her one grips. And then Dean just looked at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, she's trying me! Like, so things happen. We're human. Do you know what I mean? So what do you feel like your discipline style is with your son? Like,
I'll be honest, I try to incorporate.
How old is he now?
He's turning 5 in July.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's a beautiful times, man. You're in the trenches, but it's a beautiful time.
Yeah. To be fair, I think we built a relationship where he knows if I call you more than 4 times, it's stressful.
Well, you give him 4 times?
Yeah. If I say, it's your last chance, you don't come over here,
it's a problem.
We're going to have a problem. Daddy, I don't want to have a problem. Yeah. Do you want a problem? No, I don't want to have a problem. So he knows, like, I think it's over time, he's kind of built that, okay, don't mess around with that.
Yeah.
If he calls me the 4th time,
it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's crazy as well because I feel like going back to age 5 for me, that's like 3 years ago now. It's like you feel like you get it and you feel like they get it. And then like a year goes by and you're like, yo, how did we get back here? Because I'm literally at the stage where we do traffic light at home. So it's like, because it's like your ears don't work. Your ears are not working.
It's mad.
The ears just switch off,
it's crazy.
And one time I said to her, what are you thinking right now? And she said, there's puppies and she listed off so many things. I'm like, yo! So that is what is going on in your brain, which is why I've told you something, but your brain has ticked to something else. So many other things that you've just literally forgot. You're not even doing it intentionally. But now we do traffic lights and that is me saying, okay, I've asked you the first time, which is green, and then the second time is amber.
Yeah.
When I say, okay, this is the 3rd time I'm asking you to do something, we're on red.
Yeah.
She
knows.
You need to move. Now when we get into amber, she's like, okay, mommy, okay. And it's working a little bit, but again, it's just, you know, it's whatever is in their brain, it just kind of takes over.
And it's mad because we always got to remember they was only born like 4 years ago or 8 years ago. So it's not even that long.
It's not that long.
They don't even know anything about EE bill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're acting like they should know this
understand.
Stuff.
No, it's so true.
It's hard sometimes to you have to sometimes to rein it in and say, she born the other day.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we do forget. Like you think like even 10, 15, 20, like we're still very, learning everything.
Yeah,
so I feel like that's a really unique way to think of it. So talk to me about the planning in terms of, because you said that planning when you're doing stuff now is very, very, very important.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? Like what is like, for an example, you're going to go to a launch party, you can't take your son, and you're having him, and maybe your mum or someone's looking after him while you're away. What is the handoff? What tools do you give her? What does that look like?
So what I try and do, I try and put on like something he likes. So I know he's into Sonic right now.
Okay.
So I'll be like, Mum, look, the Sonic 1 to 3, just press the backspace.
Okay.
And go to the next one.
Okay.
And that normally contains him for a bit.
Okay.
Then my mum might make him do some drawing.
Okay.
And then that kind of eases it. I think when he was younger, would have been crying. No matter what I would have put in place, he would have been crying.
Yeah.
And then after I would just forget that I'm not there.
Okay.
So it was I think that little 10 minutes, she would be a bit traumatized. Like, oh, he's crying.
Okay.
But then he kind of mellows out and then he just...
And then how are you doing that with your mum? Like, are you writing it down for her or are you just telling her?
She's
like,
quite good, you know. I can't even, like, once I tell her, she might call me, she like a little FaceTime, I don't know how to do this. But I think after the first 5 times it happened, she was kind of good. Like,
I've been kind of learning on the go.
Being quite lucky, because I hear like sometimes you have to write a list and then they pass the list over to the mum.
Absolutely.
And then the mum's ticking it off. And then she's like, number 8, I don't know how to do number 8. And you're like, what? Number 8? Like, we did this 5 weeks ago. So I heard this a bit behind it, but I think my mum's kind of on the ball. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's really good. So it sounds like you've got good communication. And I think that's when some people start to do the writing and I don't know, the emails or however you want to do it, because some people just don't have the vernacular to listen and then implement what you've just said. I think I'm probably one of those people. You can talk to me, okay, and then my brain will just go somewhere else. So I feel like you have to really find your style. And then how do you deal with your son's mum as well? Like, how do you guys communicate with each other?
Yeah, when I left her 3 years ago, I tried to do like the WhatsApp thing. I bought my son a separate phone.
Oh wow!
Tried to do it like that. That wasn't working. So then I went through the email route, so things can't get misconstrued, twisted. He said this, I said that. No, it's all time and stamped. It's there, it's email. You can't change it.
Okay.
Like once you've written whatever you've written, you can't be like, let me unsend
Take it back.
No. So and that seems to work. It kind of.
Okay.
And I can always, if something's misconstrued, I can always get that email and resend it back and say, look, on this date, this is what you said.
Okay.
So there's no like confusion.
There's no grey area.
No one's trying to throw the wool over someone's eyes, and that seems to work.
Okay.
Obviously, the boundaries still get pushed on that. You might try to call unnecessarily.
Okay.
What I think is unnecessary. Some people might think it's not, but I just think, why couldn't you just write it on email?
Okay.
And I'll get back to you as soon as I see it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But email seems to work.
But I feel like everyone has to find what works for them. Not everyone is good on the phone. Not everyone wants to hear someone's voice. Do you know what I mean? Even now, we're in such a digital age as well. It's like you very rarely, you don't really ring each other. It's like a message or a text. Like there's so many ways that you can communicate. But on the phone, is generally like, is this an emergency? No. No, you shouldn't really be calling it.
Of course. And I tried to put that across. If it's an emergency, cool. But if it's not an emergency, just maybe that 2-3 hours, just send it and I'll get back to you.
Okay. So what's your advice then to people that may be co-parenting and they're struggling to communicate? Like, what would be your advice?
It's so hard. That's the greatest area. I think just try everything you can. Maybe learn from other people, see how they do, try implement it. And like you said, everyone's different. Eventually, something will fit the puzzle. There's a big puzzle piece that you probably need to find the right piece to fit in it. But I just say kind of trying to find different ways, and just try them. That's all you can do.
Because the child's the most important thing at the end of the day.
Of course.
And I feel like sometimes people just give up. And then it's like, I don't like her, so whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like because I'm a mum, like it's a bit different. So there's never going to be, I can't communicate with someone over my child because I'm the mum. But I feel like as a dad, it must be really difficult when you're forced into a situation where it's like, this was all great, but then now it's not great. And how do I manage the love that I have for my child, but I just don't have that same affection for you anymore. It must be really like difficult.
I'll be honest with you. People sometimes say I'm a robot, like.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm very like, I take a logical approach kind of thing. Like I've always just thought, right, if this doesn't work, I need to do this now. This is my focus. I think it's a Gemini in me.
Okay.
Maybe it's a star sign thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's just your DNA and that's just the way that you are. Like, did you grow up in a single parent family or?
Yeah, my mum,
Okay.
My mum raised me. Obviously, my dad was here and there, but I feel like he more came into my life more when it was easy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, of course.
My first proper memory of me meeting my dad was like after primary school. Mum was like, I'm going to take you to your dad's house.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, okay, nice to meet you. Do you know what I mean? But it was more in my big age.
Okay.
So like all the nappy changing and all that.
Yeah, the trenches, he weren't there.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, and then it was that important for you to be there in the trenches with your son because you didn't have that?
I just always thought a dad should balance, be able to do both.
Yeah.
Like this whole, okay, cool, we all have to work and that, but the dad should be able to cook a little meal.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The dad should be able to change a nappy. He shouldn't, the mum's gone out for 3 hours, no nappy's changed. That's mad.
Crazy.
Like, do you know what I mean? The
that's
mum's gone out
nuts,
for 3 hours, you can't even put little pasta on for the little kid. Because the requirement for a kid,
this is different.
Cooking-wise, is little. It's not that much. It's not like they need you to make a jerk chicken, rice and peas.
No, it's so true.
Do you know what I mean? So there's things that are doable and there's things that are healthy and it's doable as well. So I just feel like I've always wanted to make sure that I was able to do those things as well. And my mum raised me obviously to make sure no one was cussing you, saying you can't cook, can't clean.
Yes, like you can provide, you can look after yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing.
Yeah.
Your mum sounds like an amazing woman.
Yeah, she's done a good job, man.
Honestly, because it's like we live in a generation where we're at this really weird space because it's like women are fighting to be independent. They want to do all the things. They want to be outside. They want to work. But at the same time, men haven't fought for that same equality. Men are like, we can be equal in the workplace, but I ain't trying to be equal in the house. So to hear you speak and say, look, I want to be able to do everything that my partner potentially is going to do or the mother of my child can do, it's really like a breath of fresh air. Because like it traditionally is like, the man goes out and hunts. And the woman stays home and does everything at home. But it's just not like that anymore.
No. And the way the world is working now, like, if you have the ability to work, you're gonna have to work because everything's expensive.
It's a dual income. It's a dual income. So you're right. It's like
you go to Tesco, you pick up 4 things, £20.
Oh, listen, even Lidl's is getting expensive now. Before I'd fill up the whole trolley for like £78. I was like, I got a bag. What's going on here?
Mad.
No, it's gone crazy.
And it was mad because I think the Lidl change was only like the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, literally, because Lidl's was like...
It was the one for me.
It was the one.
Was 1 to 3, £50, I'd have like 3 bags.
Yeah, 100%. No more.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it was only like last week I was in there and I was like, what's going on? Like normally, like I've got like a big trolley for like 70, but you're right. It's just, everything changes, everything multiplies, and it's really important for us to evolve at the same time and making sure you're remembering that you have eyes on you. There's somebody watching you now.
Of course.
It's not like, as you said, like back in the day, it's like, I just go for myself. Like wake up, I'm going to events, I'm creating my line, I'm doing all the work. And now you've got to think about who's watching you. And how much time that you're taking away.
Yeah, that's it. You don't want to get so consumed in work.
That you
try and make sure that I do things with him. And,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like time's the only commodity that we don't really have control of. You can make all the money in the world, but it doesn't mean you're going to get any extra time than the next person. So that is really, really important. Okay, so like you've shared a lot, and like we've been extremely vulnerable with what you have said, which is really inspiring. And I know you'll be inspiring a lot of dads and stuff out there. Because being a mom or being a dad and being a parent in this day and age, it's not easy. Regardless of being with someone or co-parenting, it's just not an easy walk, you know. And you make it sound like you know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, of course.
And that's like that is so sick.
Excuse me. Hi, everyone.
Kizzy, we're recording.
So, hi, podcast people. I just had to tell you, I have a free course for kids like me. It's called Money Jazz. And it's so cool because it teaches us how to save, spend, and even invest. I'm basically a mini millionaire in training right now.
Kizzy?
Parents, you can get for free. Yep, free. Just click the link in the description. Thank you so much for listening to my very important announcement. Okay, Mum, you can finally have your podcast back now.
Thanks, Kizzy. Right, where were we? So what would you say your advice is being a boy dad? Because I know there's like you don't have girls, do you? You just have the son.
No, I don't know.
You don't know
I don't know if it's one of these. Or,
Yeah, you don't know. Hopefully there's no girls out there hiding. Just your son.
Yeah.
So what is it like having a boy, like having a son? Like what does that feel like?
You know what? People say he looks like me.
Okay. He doesn't look like you.
I can't see it.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know why. But yeah, it's good. For me, I feel like everything that I have, I want him to have and be better.
Yeah.
And I think that's natural for your kid, isn't it? You want your kid to be you, but a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
So the things that
I don't think that's natural though.
No?
I don't feel like every parent thinks like that.
No?
No. Obviously, you sound like that right now, and in an ideal world. But I feel like if that was the case, then why do so many men not be there for their children?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
I think it's I'd love to say a high percentage of men think they want their children to be better. I'd like to think in an ideal world, but I just think like when he turns 5, I'm gonna get him to do taekwondo.
Yeah.
But not just to learn what it instills fighting, or just discipline.
100%.
Because I feel like that's a transparent skill he can use throughout his life.
Yeah.
Even if he stops doing it in the next 3 years, it'll be instilled in his DNA.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you.
Things like that,
Yeah.
Football he does at the moment. But that's more, again, if he does get places, great, but more to be able to interact with people.
Yeah, that's a social element.
Social element. These are things that I didn't have. My mum tried to get me to do these things, but she's a single mum, she's working, I'm trying to say. So I think if I can do that for Blue, it'd be good, But those things will help him in life.
Yeah, they definitely will. I feel like your outlook is extremely adult, and it's not to say you're not an adult.
I'll take the baby.
Not to say that you're not an adult, but they are very mature values. And I feel like when growing up without, the nuclear family, mum, dad, seeing dad do great stuff, mum do great stuff, and just having that family unit, to be able to be here now and be providing that to your son without having walked through that yourself, I think that is like, come on, that's really big, because like even for me, it's like I never knew what to expect in a dad, because I've never had a dad. My dad weren't around. So me looking at a dad for Kizzy, I always grew up thinking I didn't really lose out having a dad, because I didn't. The only thing I lost out, all I thought is the only thing I'm losing out on was the money. Yeah. Like when some of my friends were like, oh, my dad bought me a pair of trainers. I'm like, yo, my dad ain't paying me shit. Like that's what I really love. Like, can't I get some money, mum? Like, why ain't I getting no money? Yeah. So that's the only thing I used to think. But now watching dads with their kids, I'm like, yo, I missed out. Yeah. I really did miss out, because you saying everything that you're saying, and your son is 5. You're thinking of, right, what can I do now? And then that's going to evolve, and you're going to be like, right, it's 10. So what am I going to do now? And that's having a coach and a mentor and someone to love and nurture you throughout all of your early years, so that when you get to your 20s, I've given everything I can.
Yeah, of course.
And he's got the best chance. Whatever he does, you've done.
My work's done. Yeah, it's just up to you now.
Yeah, and I just feel like that it's so nice, and it just makes you realise that how many children actually, they just don't get that. Yeah, and then you realise, wow, but maybe you didn't really, did we even stand a chance? Yeah. How did I get this far? And it was just the one parent. Do you know what I mean? Like, how powerful would it be if you had 2 parents consistently feeding you from a young age? So I feel like it's changed a lot. From over the last 20 years. I feel like there's more men like yourself that are standing behind their children, regardless of being in the relationship or not, which is beautiful to see. So I feel like we're in a great space. Definitely. And not only is it just that you sound like you're doing great things, you are. Like, you've been building your business, you have excellent lessons you can give your son, and all of that stuff is just so super inspiring.
Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay, well, on my way here today, with my Kizzy, obviously, it has to be something from Kizzy. She wants me to ask all the parents one question today, okay? So she wants to know, what is your superpower as a parent?
my superpower as a parent, I'd say emotional intelligence.
Wow, yeah.
And I think for me, it's just identifying a situation and knowing how to implement it in a way that I know it's not going to work straight away, but I know over a certain amount of period of time, it will ingrain into his DNA. And I think that's what it's about, being constantly repetitive in what you're trying to instill. And I think over the time I've seen him do things and I'm like, I kind of planned that he was going to be able to do
so
that.
it's like you see the fruits of your labour. It's like you see it working. I feel like that is so dope. And I feel like you will watch and there'll be a day where you'll be like, I didn't plan for that one there. You know, like, I didn't know that one was going to happen. However, there's going to be so many things that you do come through all the stuff that you've been doing for him.
Of course.
Which is amazing. And I know you said you feel like you can't see that you look like him. Everyone says that Kizzy looks like me, and I'm like, no.
I think she looks like me.
I'm like, no. And the only time I see it is if I look at baby pictures of myself, and then I'm like, when I'm at the same age, when I'm like 7 or 8, and I'm like, I can see it there, but not as an adult. Maybe people just don't really get to see it yourself. Okay, so we're going to have to wrap up soon, because, but before we go, I just want you to give some advice to any young parents that are out there that want to start businesses, that, what would be your advice to the juggle? Because, I feel like there's a bit of a shade when people have normal jobs as well as running their businesses where there shouldn't be.
No,
there was a big thing where Bashi was talking about, when he was doing his mixtape, he was a bus driver.
Yeah, of course.
And I feel like that is really, people don't understand that it is very tough to just jump into business.
Yeah, of course.
So what would be your advice for someone that wants to start their own business but they've got responsibilities?
Yeah, I would just say, listen, as long as you're doing something every day towards starting your business, and set a goal, like set a day that you want to actually start and work towards that day. Because if you don't have a goal, like a date when you want to start, you will never start. You will just be, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that, and you will never have, I'm going to start it now. So I'd say give yourself like 6 months, build up things that you think you might need for this business, and just get started. That's the best way to do it, and you'll learn along the way. Everything, you'll just learn along the way. So,
really, really good advice, man.
Yeah.
Well, time's up, Reece.
I can't believe it.
I've really enjoyed speaking to you today.
Yeah,
and
it was good. It's really good.
I feel like every time that we do have a lengthy conversation, I learn something new about you. And, you're very inspiring. Keep up the good work. Parenting is not an easy trench to be in.
Yeah.
Things will always become a bit difficult, and then they'll get a little bit easier, and then it will get a little bit more difficult. But if you do what you're doing and continue to do, I can't see how you're going to fail. Honestly, I appreciate you. So just tell everyone, you're more than welcome, but tell everyone where they can find you, and more importantly, where they can cop some swag London.
All right, guys. Yeah, follow me on Reece Swag London. That's Swag LDN. And also Swag LDN is the official page. And obviously we've got the website, the hyperlink there. So yeah, make sure you guys buy some Swag London and come support the movement.
That's right. Thank you so much, Reece. Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, you're still here listening. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for listening to Trybe Talks. And if you enjoyed today's episode, then please share it with another parent who needs their tribe. Make sure you check us out on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all that good stuff. And make sure you get involved and be a part of the conversation. Until next time, and remember, parenting takes a village. And now you've got one.